Imagine living in Los Angeles during World War II and you hear the sirens playing in the background. What could it be? Could it be the enemy? It is called Battle Los Angeles, aka the Great Los Angeles Air Raid. To this day, there's a lot of theories as to who caused this event. Was it UFOs? Was it the enemy? Or was it something else? Welcome everyone, my name is Kazik Migi and I talk about unsolved mysteries around the world. And in this video, we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, most highly requested on my TikTok live, the Battle of Los Angeles, the Battle of LA. I'm not talking about the 2011 sci-fi movie Battle Los Angeles. Not that one. It was a pretty good action movie. No, this is a real event that actually took place during World War II. So I did some research and I have a lot of notes here. We're going back in time and the year is now December 7th, 1941, also known as the attack of Pearl Harbor. 2,403 Americans lost their lives that day. Over 1,000 were wounded. December 8th, 1941, President Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war on Japan. 3 days later, Germany, Italy, and Japan declared war on the United States. Everything changed for the average person, especially everyone on the West Coast. Citizens were told to prepare for possibly another attack. Anti-aircraft guns were installed, bunkers were built, and air raid precautions were drilled into the population over the country. February 23, 1942. An enemy submarine surfaced near Santa Barbara about 2 hours from LA. There was minimal damage, but it did frighten a lot of civilians on the West Coast. The public feared that another invasion of the enemy was imminent. February 24th, 1942. At 1:44 a.m., 3 separate radar stations picked up a UFO approaching the city of Los Angeles. 25 minutes later, the UFO was about 5 kilometers away from the city. As you can imagine, the military was not going to take any chance. A total blackout of the city was ordered. 3:07 a.m. The order was given for artillery units to open fire. Then the UFO just vanished from radar. Here's an actual news anchor talking about this incident. Roll the tape.
By 3:30 a.m., observers said the object appeared to be over the south of Long Beach. Searchlights closely followed the object down the coast and kept it centered in their glare. Shells frequently could be seen bursting near the object, but none appeared to hit it.
By 4 a.m., 1,400 rounds of anti-craft artillery had been fired at this unknown object. The day after, newspapers ran this story about this incident. Initial reports were that multiple enemy planes were shot down. Local police found nothing but shrapnel. At this point, there's a lot of theories. People are saying different things. Birds, balloons, blimps. A police officer said that he saw 2 planes fall down from the sky. The Western Defense Command announced that no bombs were dropped in or around LA. Then the Secretary of Navy, William Franklin Knox, claimed the incident had been a false alarm and that no enemy planes had been present. Then the Secretary of War, Henry L. Stimson, said as many as 50 planes had been involved. It could have been a reconnaissance mission or perhaps a group of commercial planes flown by the enemy agents with the sole purpose to drive fear and chaos. That was the official explanation. February 26, 1942, the Los Angeles Times published a photo. There's a lot of controversy with this photo. A lot of people think that these objects in the sky were UFOs, something out of this world. It should be noted that this photo was still modified. It was modified to improve the contrast between the white and the black in the photo. 1945. At this point, the war has ended. Declassified documents were made public by the government. It was revealed that the Army conducted their own investigation after the UFO incident. The Army found that civilian or commercial planes operated by unauthorized pilots were likely the cause of the UFOs over the skies in LA. 1948. Army Air Force Major and college professor William Gross did some research and found that weather balloons had been responsible. Okay, we're making progress. People on land confused the weather balloons with the enemy. This was the official answer by the military. So if it was weather balloons, why didn't no one find the wreckage of these weather balloons? If someone did release these weather balloons in the sky, I would assume they would come forward and tell everyone, hey, don't shoot, these are just weather balloons. But no one took responsibility. You're telling me that 1,400 rounds of anti-craft ammunition did not hit these weather balloons? I'm a little skeptical, but I'll follow. That still leaves with one question. What about the radar readings? Remember, 3 radar stations did pick up a UFO at 1:44 a.m. and 25 minutes later, the UFO was 5 kilometers away from LA. It should be noted that Robert Watson Walt made a case that the US radar equipment on the West Coast was not reliable. Either way, the official answer from the military, from the government, was that these were weather balloons. Did the radar pick up a weather balloon? Did it pick up a UFO, or did it malfunction? 1949. The United States Coast Artillery Association made the case that this was a weather balloon. They concluded that, quote, once the firing started, imagination created all kinds of targets in the sky and everyone joined in. 1983. The U.S. Office of Air Force History concluded that this was all a case of war nerves, triggered by a loss of a weather balloon. This was the official answer. There was no mention of aliens. Decades later, top secret documents known as the Majestic documents were released. Keep in mind that there is still a debate between the validity of these documents. People think these are just made up documents, while others think that these are real. Either way, there is one Majestic document that you need to read. In one of the documents, Army Chief of Staff General George C. Marshall sent a memo to President Roosevelt. This is related to the incident that happened in LA. General George Marshall said, the mystery airplanes are in fact not earthly, and according to secret intelligence sources, they are in all probability of interplanetary origin. Some UFO investigators would point to this document and say that these objects were not from this earth. Was this a cover-up? What do you think really happened that night over LA? Was it weather balloons, or was it something out of this world? And if it was aliens, were they trying to tell us a message? I've been researching this for hours and I still don't have like a clear answer. If you want to learn more about unsolved mysteries, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. Put it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. My name is Cosmic Me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.